Guys, we just heard the result about 5 minutes ago. Phil Wizard took the win against Danny Dan in the final for the B-Boys at Paris 2024 Olympics. And last night, it was B-Girl Ami that got the win over Nika. Both B-Boy Victor and B-Girl 671 took the bronze. What a spectacle. It looked absolutely incredible. Now, there's a couple of things that you have to take into consideration here. First of all, this is the first time that breaking has ever been at an Olympics. It was at the Youth Olympics previously. This is the first time at the Olympics. And oh my God, it looked incredible. Now, just for a little bit of context here, what you saw were pretty much, the best of the best. I would probably have to say, like I've said in my preview video, about 90% of the people that you saw take part are normally people that you would see take part at every world level event. And honestly, the level was so high, even across the B-girl and the B-boy battle here, right? I mean, everybody looked so on point. Everybody brought something new. They brought something fresh. When you're looking at breaking like that, especially if it's your first time watching it, you're not only looking for the big moves, you're looking for creativity. You're looking for musicality. How on the music are you, right? You've got those 5 different criteria points. The main thing is, right, you might have thought that somebody won a battle. There were a lot of close calls here across every battle. There were a lot of close votes. And some of the things that can pip a vote over the line for someone rather than someone else, it can be if they've already used those moves already, if they ran out of ideas, if their execution could have been a little better, if someone looked a bit more expressive, looked a bit more on beat, right? All these little intricate things really matter when it comes to the voting. And I've been following Twitter all weekend, just seeing a mixture of comments. A lot of people are for breaking being in the Olympics, but a lot of people just don't quite understand it yet. And look, that is perfectly fine. But I just have to say, what you saw was essentially the best of the best. Now, there are a couple of things that I do want to address here just very, very quickly, right? First of all, there were a lot of comments online asking, why isn't B-Boy Jr. there? Or why aren't these other high-level names there, right? Well, first of all, there's been a process. There's been a qualification process over the last couple of years. And chances are, if there was someone you thought that was going to be there that didn't end up making it, it's either because of one of 2 reasons. One, they tried to qualify and they just were unfortunate. Or second, they didn't even try. So there is a part of us that has to say, these are the people that really wanted it and they made it happen. Right? They won all the battles they needed to. They got through all the qualifications as they needed to, right? Also, you have to remember as well, I saw a lot of comments from people saying, this person with the big moves should have won. This other person with the big, large moves should have won, right? And a lot of these people are looking at viral moments on my channel, Stance Elements, and on other channels and thinking, why weren't they either in the Olympics or those types of moves winning? Now, let's be honest here. If all you've got are just large moves, you're not winning battles. If you are winning battles, you're not winning whole competitions. Or if you are, you're in a small minority of people that can make it flow and make it work. So you actually got to see a good mixture of everything that breaking has to offer. You pretty much got to see, again, the best of the best that breaking has to offer in terms of the flavor, the styles, the innovations, the power, everything like that, right? But I do just want to take a moment to address the ray gun situation because I really do feel for her. She should not have had the abuse that she's had, right? There were direct qualifiers across the whole world. There were 6 of them, and she won the Oceania qualifier, right? Now, of course, this is what happens in the Olympics when you have this universality approach, when you are being fair in who gets to qualify. Now, Ray Gun did everything she needed to win. I believe she came out and said something about wanting to make an impact and just wanting to be as creative as she was able to. And this is what's happened, right? Now, Were there other people that could have had that spot? Yes. However, looking at the universality of it, she made her way there. She definitely deserved it. And really, guys, you just have to look at this and say, you know, some dancers don't get the opportunity to be around world champions. Some dancers don't get the opportunity to see what it really means to be competing at the elite level. And there are even some people in some of the other battles that experience the exact same thing. So you just have to think, don't just think about that small minority, think about what else you saw. And honestly, it was amazing. Now, my heart actually goes out to a couple of people because I thought people like Hong Ten would have made it out of the qualifiers. I thought that a couple of others would have made it as well. I thought that Menno could have made it further into the competition. I just really like Menno, so I was just hoping that he would have maybe earned a medal. He absolutely deserves it. But that's the thing, everybody absolutely deserves it. If you make it to that stage, you make it to that level, everybody deserves it. Now, with the judging, like I said, some battles could have maybe went the other way, but look, it's just one event, right? This is the first time that breaking has been in the Olympics, and honestly, I just really hope that breaking has the opportunity to be reconsidered for 2028, and I also hope that it gets considered for 2032. Because there has been some news that came out about more World Dance Sport Federation Olympic type events over the next couple of years. So it's only going to get better. It's only going to get more popular. And there are, while I think about it, a few people that I have to shout out, right? Max and Malik on the mic, they brought the energy, right? DJs Fleg and Plash One absolutely killed it. Big shout out to DJ One Up for helping to get the music cleared. Now, all the judges that are there, they earned that spot because they did the training, they did all the qualifications that they needed to. Were there some people that could have been there more than others? Yes. But let's be honest, if you're one of these people that thought, oh, where's Crazy Legs? Where's Ken Swift? Where's all these other OGs and legends, right? They had the opportunity to take part. It's up to them to take part. So you can't just think, oh, there should have been the Rocksteady crew, all his judges, because if they're not in touch with the community, if they're not actually looking at what's going on, if they're not really trying to learn the judging system and actually get engaged, then you can't really... It's a bit of a weird comment to be making, if I'm honest with you. And there were a lot of people, one other thing I do want to say, there were a lot of people that said the breaking wasn't as good as it was in the 80s. Bring back the dancers from the 80s and this and this and that. Now, I don't know if they're being sarcastic or not, but let's look at it this way, right? The dancers are more musical than they ever have been. The dancers have been more powerful than they ever have been. They've been more innovative than they ever have been. They have this full, complete understanding than they used to, right? Breaking looks better now. So enough of this shit. Enough of thinking it was much better back in the day. Because, okay, maybe there were a few more cultural influences back then. Maybe, some people are removed from the culture, more focused on the athletic elements of it. But breaking, this is the best that it's ever been. So we can't really be thinking of things like that, right? And let's just address one more thing as well while we're at it. For the people that thought that breaking should not be at the Olympics, right? You're more than welcome to have that opinion. There are some sports there that I think shouldn't have really been there. But if you're one of these people that thinks that breaking shouldn't be there because you're just not that into it, it's just maybe not your thing, that's perfectly all right. But if you're one of these sad fucks that thinks that breaking shouldn't be there because you don't quite understand it, you're not really too sure what's so interesting like about it, you think anybody could do it, you think your 5-year-old could maybe do it, right? The types of people that make these comments are not people that are active. They're maybe not as health conscious as they could be. They're probably people that judge every athlete and every sports person imaginable. And if you're just one of these people that, maybe you give up on your dreams, right? Sometimes that happens. You see other people chase their dreams and you go, oh, fuck you for chasing your dream. I don't like it. You do get people like that in the world. But think of it this way. If you think that breaking is not as If you think that breaking shouldn't be there because you don't know why it's a sport, why it's actually there, it's more physical than most other things there, right? It's actually more physically and mentally exhausting than you could imagine. 99% of the people couldn't even do 99% of the moves that you saw. So how about you just, respectfully be quiet and enjoy it and watch it for what it is. Enjoy the spectacle, enjoy the music. The music was absolutely outstanding. The battles were incredible. I hope this means that you'll tune into breaking now. I hope this means that you'll actually take an interest in the culture, in the community. If you've got kids, sign up your kids for local classes and attend local events and other things like that. I just hope that you see that breaking is this amazing art form. It's competitive and it's also cultural. It's athletic and it's also artistic as well. Anyway, I've spent all this time talking. You probably don't know who I am. I'm Chaz B. I am a b-boy and I'm also one of the co-founders of Stance Elements, which is one of the most prolific dance and movement media channels in the world. So not only do I have breaking experience, but I have also covered many of the world's largest and most popular breaking events. And this has been my breakdown. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. See you guys soon.